Hey everybody, welcome back. David Eon here, and today we're having a gripe session. Yes, I am on my soapbox yet again about eBay. Now, I don't do a lot of negatively oriented videos, but unfortunately I keep running into problems where eBay is concerned, and just want to share it with people to warn them about the pitfalls of some of the things you can run into on eBay. Now, to be fair, I've had mostly a positive experience, but when something goes wrong, it hits you really hard because of how frustrating it is to deal with and how much eBay nowadays works against sellers in these instances. And you're going to see what I'm talking about as I work through here. But where I'm standing at right now, I'm pretty much prepared to just pull everything down. I'm starting already actually to close auctions on eBay and just not list anything anymore because I'm sick of dealing with it. You know, you have like 10, 15, 20 decent interactions with customers, but then that one comes along and it ruins the experience. It ruins the experience. There's a lot of issues. Now, this is a Mezco figure, and if you are familiar with the channel and you've seen the Mezco unboxings that I do and you've seen our toy museum, you know the condition of the product that we have. You know, I'm not a seller per se, but you know the condition of the type of stuff that we keep in our private museum. You know the condition of my Mezcos. I open them up new, do a review, display them or pack them back up, you know, whatever. And I had a few that I'm selling, and I sold this one, and that's the Ascending Knight Batman. Now, here's my first contact from eBay. The buyer is returning this item. Okay. Really? All right, he's returning the item. He or she, whoever this is. The buyer is returning Mezco 112 Collective Batman Ascending Knight action figure. Per eBay's policy, the return has been automatically approved, and we've asked the buyer to send the item back. After the buyer ships the item, we'll share the tracking information with you. Please inspect the item before issuing a refund. Blah, blah, blah. To issue a refund now, if you like, you must issue a refund within 2 days of the item being delivered. Now, I will tell you right now, every single return, because this is automatically an issue with me, every single item that has ever been returned to me has been a scam. Every single time. Every item has been a scam. It's been not the original item. It's been something completely different. I've gotten an empty box before. They don't send back what I sent. There's always a scam. Or they don't send the item at all, and they just expect a refund. Every single time there's been a problem with the return. The very last eBay complaint video that I did, it was Monster High dolls, a set of 3 Monster High dolls. I sent them mint sealed in the box. I got back 2 loose dolls and 1 torn up box. If you remember that video, it was a nightmare. And they automatically accept the return. They automatically refund these people's money. And it says, oh, please inspect the item before issuing a refund. And I did, and I complained to eBay, and they gave them the refund anyway. And I had to go through 2, I think it was 2 appeal processes to get the money back. And I had footage, because you should always film your unboxings. Okay, so now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for my box to come back. Then I get this notice on July 22nd, I think it was. It says, we need you to respond to this dispute. Hi, your buyer has filed a payment dispute for an order placed on July 3rd. So we go from July 3rd, we're like 19 days later, and I'm getting a dispute. Because I still have not received this back. This means that they disputed a charge directly with their payment institution. They're requesting $132.26 back, and the reason for this dispute is that the item doesn't match the description in your listing. And according to them, their complaint about the item is that there are, I think they said, scratches or scuffs on the stand, which makes no sense to me because I don't use the stands. and I open these new. So like scratches and scuffs. And my impression, by the way, is that basically maybe they already have this figure and they want to swap them and send me the shitty one, which has happened to me several times. Then I get this notice. Your funds, this is like 2 minutes later. Your funds are on hold until the dispute is resolved. Hi, we previously contacted you about a payment dispute that blank filed for an order placed on July 3rd. Until the dispute is resolved, the disputed amount will be withheld from future payouts. Okay, so now they're withholding funds. Then, a few minutes later, I get this one. The return is closed. All right, view details. The return request for Mezco 112 Collective Batman Ascending Knight action figure has been closed because we were notified that the buyer filed a chargeback. That's what you told me in the first message 6 minutes ago. You've already given them their money back. And it says see return details, and of course on the return details page you can file a dispute. So yeah, I filed a dispute and basically told them, hey, eBay, I don't have my item. That's your policy, is to return the item for a refund. I'm supposed to get the item back. I'm supposed to inspect it, make sure everything looks good, which it never has in the entire history of doing this. I've never gotten my item back intact with all of its pieces, or it's the same. I get the wrong item. I get something different. I got an empty box. I mean, give me a damn break here. So I'm waiting for my item back, never got it back. They did a chargeback, so eBay just like, oh, well, screw it, close the case. No, I filed a dispute. Hey, per your own policies, I do not have my item back. How can there be a refund without the item? Give me a damn break. Not in that particular phrasing, but you get my point. Basically, what are you doing? I don't have my stuff. So then, this is the response from the buyer. I had messaged you right when I received the item. I had asked you why. I guess that's why. You can say when you did not disclose that the stand had plenty of scratches. Again, I don't use the stands, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I had given you ample time to respond. I had contacted eBay multiple times for you to respond. I don't know if that's true or not, if they contacted eBay. I find it unlikely that they contacted eBay more than once to initiate the return. I had stated in my return request I had no intention of returning, but I needed you to respond. So they're not going to return the item? You're admitting in this response that you're stealing the item. You never responded. It means you were aware of the issue and you neglected to address it. Now I reported it to PayPal. The item was not as described. I have photo proofs. I haven't seen a photo. And there's no photos in the return request either, because I looked. The return request was from eBay to get your attention. I'm not revising my feedback, which I wasn't even aware they had already left a negative feedback days ago, which again is supposed to be a violation of eBay policy. You're not supposed to leave, if you're going to leave a negative feedback, you're not supposed to do it until after everything is finished. All right, which nothing is resolved here. Furthermore, they don't fix the feedback anymore. If somebody leaves a negative feedback on you, you essentially have to beg them to change it. eBay isn't going to get involved anymore. It just doesn't make sense. And I can't leave a negative or a neutral feedback on a buyer. They've taken that away from sellers. So, and this is still not resolved. Still not resolved. I don't have my item. I don't have my money. They state here that they have no intention of returning the item, but they've got their money back. What the hell, eBay? What the hell? And I know somebody's going to say go to Mercari. I promise you Mercari's no better. All right? Because I've been on Mercari as well, and I've had a lot of issues there too. It's no better. This is ridiculous. this is ridiculous. Never mind all the new regulations, the new taxes, the new fees, and everything else that's going on eBay. The fact that they allow things to escalate this far. And I imagine eventually, after again, like with the Monster High dolls, after the third time I'm going through this process, which will probably be another 30 days or so, I'll eventually get my money back. But the fact that I've got to deal with that much headache, it's unfortunate. It drives you away. I'm really kind of done. I had some other Mezco figures. I'm pulling them off. I guess I'll take them to the retro toy swap. Maybe somebody will want them there. I'll sell them at a discount because, you know, I won't have to deal with shipping and taxes and fees. But why? Why do you have to put up with this much bullshit? It's insane how these people do you. And then they're literally admitting, like I said, I'm not returning the item. I'm not returning it, even though eBay initiated a return claim and expects them to ship it back, but gave them the refund anyway. And then I have to appeal that decision, and very likely will have to appeal that decision as well, which, you know, in hindsight, I probably should have waited until after everything was finished to do this video, but just wanted to vent a little bit because that is frustrating. It really is. And again, you know, I've had positive experiences with eBay. Not all customers are like this, but enough of them are that it's a serious problem, and I've seen more and more of it in recent years. It didn't used to be like this, and back in the old days in eBay, it was the Wild West. You know, I remember back when you couldn't even post pictures on eBay and didn't have trouble like this. Anyway, thoughts? Anyone else out there have any issues with eBay lately? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of that. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of our other content. And if that's it, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.